A Myst-Like is defined generally as a first-person walking puzzle simulation with atmospheric or uneasy elements to it, almost liminal vibes. Myst wasn't the first in the genre, but when I say Myst, most people know what I mean. Think about The Witness or the Talos Principle. These games exist to fulfill a need for beautiful, thought-provoking narratives without necessarily giving away everything happening in the world. I'd prefer to call them Witness-Likes, since that game changed my life, but I don't make the rules. Actually, I do, but we're still going to call them Myst-Likes. So, welcome to the first in what I hope is an ongoing series called Decrypting the Puzzle, where I will take a look at different Myst-like games you probably haven't heard of, and play them in order to recommend them for you. I love Iron Pineapple's channel on Souls-Likes, and I knew there had to be a similar series for interactive and beautiful puzzle games, so I hope that this can scratch that itch for others. If you like what I do, let me know, and if you don't, let me know. I am the Witless Principle. The first game we'll be looking at today is called Maquette. Maquette was promoted with a lot of fanfare due to being the next Witness after The Witness. Or at least that's what people said on the forum I was reading years ago while looking for more games like The Witness. It was a dark time. I bought it when it came out, and I haven't played it until now. Reviews tend to call it beautiful and incredibly clunky. So, let's find out. I'm very excited for this game. Let's get into it. Yes. Hello, sunflower. It's so pretty. It's just stars. I should calm down. Oh, it's so pretty. And we're in. This song's really good. I lost my keys last night, so I turned everything inside out trying to find them. What's that? Is that the Maquette? That's where I live. That's my house. Why did they put my house in this game? I'm gonna sue them. Well, I guess I'll MTV Cribs my house. The sketchbook opened right to the drawing we made the first day we met at that coffee shop. This is just telling my story. Ah, yes,
hey,
I keep
sorry, do you mind if I sit here?
It
Or
is
wait for my
voice
coffee?
acted.
Oh, yeah, knock yourself out. Oh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. It only spilled a
I'm
little.
such a klutz. Ugh. Is your sketchbook okay?
Yeah.
I'm 5 years old.
Well, let's see how far you've come since your toddler years.
Okay.
You're drawing it upside down.
Hey, there is no right or wrong way to draw in a sketchbook.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, wow, that's my order. That was fast. I'm Kenzie, by the way.
I'm Michael.
It's nice to meet you. I just gotta run.
Bye, Kenzie.
Yeah. I'm gonna like this game. I'll be back. Oh, this is the maquette. I think. I'm inside a model of a model of the world that I'm in. There's the block. That's the maquette. That's that. Probably. I should record some puzzles. Let me figure out this puzzle, and then once I start getting into puzzles, I'll record those. I got stuck on the next puzzle, and then I jumped out of the bounds of the world that I was in, and I'm in a bigger world. That's the maquette. And then I got an achievement that said early exit, and the wind started picking up, and I'm so nervous I'm gonna get, like, attacked. I'm sure that I'm not, but, like, it's a scary thought. This is as fast as it'll let me go. Oh, there we go. Oh, they're gears. I thought they were books. I'm just looking for this ticket on a small scale because I'm trying to get into the theater or whatever, the park, and I need a ticket, and I keep getting bigger and bigger tickets because Maquette, I don't know how to make it smaller. I guess I really am the Witless. I'll report back. I'm just stopping in to say I understand the puzzle from before. I understand the ticket puzzle because look, there's my cube and it's even tinier, and it's because I have the cube. Oh, hold on. Outside over there, I maquetted backwards. Oh, that's a sentence. I did a maquette. I maquetted the wrong way, so I went outside of my bounds and got bigger, and then used the big ticket on the door that opened my door, and I should have made the ticket smaller, and then I could have maquetted my ticket bigger. I hope that makes sense to you. I completed the maquette, and I was confused, because I was like, that can't be the whole game. It's not the whole game. I got dropped into another map that is equally as interesting, but now I'm confused because it's a completely different map. I guess I have a lot of data here. I think I'm gonna keep playing the game on my own and then talk about it some more. So look out for that, I guess. Maquette is a beautiful, complex puzzle game with a really intriguing narrative love story that follows two characters as they journey through their complex feelings to figure out what love means to them. Now, I'm a sucker for a complex love story narrative, and I do think that the voice actors did a phenomenal job. I also think the music choice was excellent, for the most part. But there were times a song would play diegetically within the game that would just annoy me, frankly. I'm also a sucker for very complex puzzle games that do not handhold. I think that the reviews I read saying that the game gave them no direction are just not used to that kind of gameplay. However, I do think that in terms of figuring out that you can make items larger or smaller, it would have behooved the devs to add a clever way to make that known without it being a forced tutorial, or nothing at all. Game design for puzzle games is hard in that way. The beauty of The Witness is that it introduces a lot of puzzle elements slowly, and then gives more and more complex puzzles by which to create the very intricate puzzles towards the end of the game. Maquette tries to explore this concept by creating more and more complex levels, but where it falters for me is in the delivery of having finished a section. There were several minutes where I'd complete a chapter, for lack of a better word, and then be dropped into a new section and think, well, I just beat the game, didn't I? I even got an achievement called Maquette that said solved the maquette. I figured that I somehow beat the game. But it kept going. I didn't want to. Where it lacks in puzzle explanation and trying to solve puzzles, there were many times I definitely solved a puzzle wrong and the story continued and I just sat there while it figured out how to change the map to catch me up. It made up for in beautiful aesthetic. This is a game you want to explore. The opening 20 minutes of the game is so unbelievably strong, and there aren't even puzzles outside of using a key or opening a door. If the game had kept up that level of intrigue and mystique, I think more people would be talking about this game. Instead, it's a gorgeous game, and I do recommend it for fans of puzzle games like this, but I warn about the puzzle-solving mechanisms. And in a puzzle game, I shouldn't have to warn about that. The Witness has some cheese, but nothing like jumping off of a Ferris wheel to discover a key that was hidden behind a wall, and still to this moment as I record this voiceover not being sure if I was supposed to do that because the game glitched out, and then the wall mechanic lowered as if I did it myself by returning to the maquette, but I didn't do anything. I mean, at least the game had a failsafe. I recommend this game. Tentatively, at your own risk, and want to tell the developers that I truly love what you were going for. I truly love what you did. You captured some true magic and some absolutely beautiful storytelling. The sound designs outside of footsteps is gorgeous, and playing this game with headphones made me smile. The music was good for the most part, like I said before, and if you make another game like this, I would love to contribute music, as there were a lot of moments I felt this story deeply and then said, oh, I have a song that would do well here, or I could write a song that would do better than this song. And that's rough when you, as the developers, picked a song that was supposed to resonate but didn't. And I'm not trying to sound narcissistic about my music either. Music is subjective. I just wish the narrative storytelling choices were more robust. Like the introduction song, which is still blowing me away. I wish that I could have shared more of that. The last thing I want to say is that I was having some serious stuttering issues with this game. Maybe you noticed them. I tried all three of my monitors separately, shutting off and unplugging monitors, etc. I tried adding this to my graphics card. I can run DaVinci, I can run Ableton Live, I can do all of these things with little to no problem. It's wild to me that I can play Elden Ring with no issue, and this game caused so many graphical issues for me. I'm not going to blame the game, just in case, maybe it was my computer, but it's a little wild to me that this happened. And my OBS stats said that I wasn't dropping, skipping, or missing frames. I also noticed a lot of the other people trying to find fixes to this specific problem, and the devs saying they'd try and fix it, but that was 3 years ago. So I'm betting that they've just moved on. And that's a shame, because I want this game to be good. This game is good, but there are some very clear places where the shine of this game didn't quite get there. The next game we're going to be looking at is called The Looker. Now, The Looker is a parody game of The Witness by Bradley Lovell and Subcreation Studios, which is Bradley's studio, I believe. For those of you that love The Witness as much as I do and want more puzzle games like it, or for those of you who hated The Witness and wanted it to end, this is the game for you. Think of it like the older frat brother to The Witness. It's bold and brash.
I call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash.
You've maybe heard of this game, as it's not necessarily new, and it's definitely not some hidden gem for those who are looking for this genre like me, but I'd never played it even though I'd wanted to for years, so it was the perfect opportunity to dig in and see what it was about, and wow! What is it about? So, let's play it. If it loads. Imagine this is the only screen. What if this is the puzzle? Oh, okay. How's my lag? Pretty good. Wait, I want to go all the way back this way. Yo! Click and drag the mouse to draw on a screen. Okay, I can't put down my hand. This is just how we're gonna play the game. I had to move away from the music, it was loud for me. I don't know how to solve this puzzle. I did it. I am not witless. I got it. I'm so good at puzzles. I like the breath too, that's a lot. It's beautiful. It really does look like The Witness. I'd been meaning to play this, which is really funny. I just hadn't gotten around to it.
Kubla Khan received an ornate letter signed by Marco Polo. In Madrid, city of lost things, no item remains where it was set. If one drops his key in the dirt, he may never re-enter his home, and even if he manages to stoop and recover the key, he may rise to find a tulip garden where his house once stood. In complementary fashion, things lost by others are forever turning up. A pocket watch on a coffee table, a fond memory in your recollection. I even know of a prince who turned up in a prison cell. When he appealed to the guards for his release, he failed to find the crown on his head, and when he was asked his name, he searched his thoughts, but could not find it. Indeed, the only hope now for the release of this prince of Spain is for you to send back 300 ducats for his release. Of course, he will reward you handsomely once he is out. Yours truly, Marco. Kubla Khan cocked an eyebrow and declared before his court, "Hey everyone, looks like we're about to get ripped off by the guy who traded gold for paper." The court erupted in booming laughter. Italo Calvino, Invisible Cities 2, this time it's visible.
I love it already. Alright. Pause. The fun part about this game, much like in... actually, funny fact, in The Witness, is you can find other ways around puzzles. You just have to think outside the box. In this case, there's a lot of, like, or at least in this beginning section, a lot of, like, just do what you want and the answer will come to you sort of thing. We'll see if there's any other type of puzzle other than mazes as we go on. I'm assuming there will be. And having played The Witness and finished it, I know what happens in that game. And since this is a parody of that game, if you haven't played The Witness and you are interested in the story of it, which there is a story, believe it or not, then I suggest going and playing that game. I'll try not to spoil too much here, but I probably will talk about some comparisons at some point. Oh my god, do I get to play chess? Wait. No, I don't have a board. Shoot. Oh my god. Okay. Do come in. Do come in. I found this really excellent hint function.
I believe in you.
It's very helpful.
This is all you. Yeah, keep trying.
Thank you. I will. I would like to point out that as an avid maze doer, none of these mazes are doable. So these are ones where you are being forced to cheat, I think, to show that that is a viable strategy, because none of these mazes have connecting patterns. Like, they all end in their own. There's no throughways. Just wanted to point that out in case you get stuck on a maze. That's a... Nope, that didn't do it. Wonder if I can wrap around.
I had my own practice then, and I was living higher than a cosmonaut on a stepladder. My hints were subtle too, real subtle. Back then, they said good old hint button. His hints could steal the tail off a weasel. Then they tossed me in the can. Know what, know why, know how. Those were the mean times, when all the common sense in the world won't make a nickel to buy you a black coffee. I used rope to tie my pants, and pants to tie my shoes. I made do the way a man does, till one day, after stealing the socks off a fireplace, I caught my own look in a puddle of bootleg rye and realized I had to do what I'd never done before. I gave myself a hint. So that's me. I was nothing but a downtown crumb who dreamed of being a whole sandwich. Now I'm just another sloppy Joe. Come back when you got something.
Wow.
Come back when you got a good one.
As a kid, I rock and rolled every maze. It would be like 30 seconds and I would do like really difficult mazes. I actually bought a book of mazes when I was a kid. That was like high quality premium mazes or whatever, and I still used that when I was working at a rehab with the clients there. I would still like take them, you know, give them like activities to do. So it was really nice. Can't fool me twice, but you can always fool me once. Can I?
Beep.
Oh.
Beep. 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 Beep.
Okay.
Beep. 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 Beep.
Shit.
Beep. 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 You're right there. I mean, beep.
Oh God. Uh-oh. I found the horror section of the game and I don't want to be here. I'm not gonna spoil any of this, but this game is it's just simply brilliant. I can't get over how funny this game is. Hey there, I live in the ocean, but I can't get through the menu. Can you help me find my way? Sure, buddy. It's this way. It's this way. It's very hard to control this pencil, even with a mouse. Alright. This game is genius. It's not trying to be, of course, that's the point. Satire is charming when the thing that it is making fun of is easier in points, and the satire actually more difficult. Iron Pineapple once said something in one of his videos about when does a satire Souls-like just become a Souls-like if grinding becomes part of the game. I feel that way with The Looker, but to a much lesser extent. There are a couple of achievements and puzzles that simply require luck, and that is the word I'll go with. The game will move along at an easy, silly, and even funny pace, and then all of a sudden you're trying to do the hardest challenge of your life and holding on with hopes and prayers. However, the game knows this. It's making fun of you in these moments. I know that. And it still causes me stress and reminds me of the hardest witness moments. If you haven't played The Looker, I cannot recommend it enough. It's truly a brilliant piece of work, and it's actually a good introduction to The Witness if you haven't played that game. This was a breath of gaming fresh air for me as well. I hope that Bradley Lovell, especially if you're watching this, creates something else someday. It doesn't have to be a parody. He's just a good game designer. Like, really good. The next game we're going to be looking at is called A Divine Guide to Puzzle Solving. A Divine Guide to Puzzle Solving just came out on March 29th by Niantic Games, and it seems to be heavily inspired by Portal and the Talos Principle. Now, I've never played Portal, I know, sue me, but it sounds really interesting, and so let's get into it and see what it's like. And so, yeah, let's check it out. I wouldn't say I've been excited, I'm just hearing about it for the first time, but having just heard about it for the first time, I am excited. And so, therefore, it's gonna be good. Let's see what happens.
Oh, hey! Look who's finally awake. Brain, legs, arms, eyes. All important vital functions for puzzle solving appear to be intact. Splendid! I can imagine you must be feeling a bit disoriented, waking up in this strange yet exhilarating place. Please do not panic when I reveal this truth to you. You are a mortal, an insignificant being from Earth.
Why am I blue then?
I apologize for the harsh reality. However, no time for self-pity. As fate would have it, today is your lucky day. You have been chosen by none other than me, the mighty Tobla, the one and only puzzle architecton responsible for the trials of the gods. I require your assistance in testing my latest collection of puzzles. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. One step at a time, Mort.
Am I Mort? That's me? Okay. Ah, it's playing really well so far. I was worried. Yeah, it's moving okay. The all-seeing eyes. Thousands and thousands of all-seeing eyes. Oh, I have a jump. I did it. Platforming at its finest. Having an arm is new. Kind of just standing there. I'm imagining walking with my arm out in front of me like this. I guess it's not impossible. It is something I would probably do, but unlikely, at the very least. How is that Toblerone? You good? You liking these jumps, Tobla? I skipped that one, is that okay? I love a tutorial level. I judge the rest of the game based on a tutorial level. I need to turn the V-Sync back on. I think it's getting weird. That's my bad. Fine, fine. That's much better. I don't think I can make that. Nope, nope, I can. I did it. Oh, I'm in the tree. I didn't think there would be collision. So I have no reason to be doing this, I'm just doing it. Not even getting an achievement. Come on, Tobla, give me something, some reason. Did you like that? Oh, the eye does move with me. That's pretty cool.
All right, let's kick things off with a simple task, shall we? We wouldn't want to strain your little mind too much.
Okay.
Just grab that cube and place it onto the pressure plate on the floor. I know your kind simply adores these elementary logic puzzles. Piece of cake, right? You've got this, Mort.
E. Ooh, magic. Okay, number 2.
Ooh, nicely nicely done, Mort. This button has activated a materializer that can, well, materialize a specific object. I won't bother you with the technicalities. Just remember, it's the same old object that appears each time, not an additional new one. Got it?
Got it. I figured that was the case already. Damn it.
Your puzzle-solving abilities are right on par with my expectations. Splendid. Now that those sweet brain cells of yours are starting to fire up, we can move on to the intriguing part. Notice that pedestal over there? Go ahead and grab that delightful glowy thing perched on top of it.
Oh, I got a power. Ooh, pretty.
Ta-da! I always cherish this moment. It must have felt absolutely marvelous, like being reborn on an entirely new level. Oh, the sheer surge of cosmic energy coursing through your veins, awakening every inch of your being. By claiming that item from the pedestal, you have become infused with a tiny fragment of godly power, which shall prove immensely useful on the path that lies before us.
Oh, Topla.
All right, let's put your newfound ability to use right away. Aim at the small stone block, then at the big stone block blocking your path, and let's see what happens. First swap successful. Oh, that's splendid, Mort. It must feel like magic to you. One moment the objects are there, and then poof, they've changed their positions. Ah. Can you spot that glowing archway? That is the first of many cosmic portals you'll come across.
Okay.
Your primary objective in each puzzle is to utilize these portals to advance to the next area. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it?
Whoa.
So far, so good. Welcome to the awe-inspiring Room of Transition.
Beautiful.
A mystical chamber that serves as the gateway between two puzzle areas. Here, you can take a moment to collect your thoughts as the portal to the next area charges up. It's a brief respite, calm before the storm of mind-bending challenges that await you. Embrace this interlude and prepare yourself for the thrilling journey ahead.
I love it. I love this power. Oh, now I gotta go hit that button. Oh. Understand exactly what to do. The music's great. The controls are incredible. It controls so well. I'm surprised that I'd heard of this. Well, not really. I'd kind of heard of this, like when I was looking up games for this, but I'm kind of surprised that. Is 10 enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that's definitely enough. I'm surprised that this isn't talk of the town type stuff, because this is 1,000,000% Portal meets Talos Principle. Like, I know that, like, they said that when I read it for the first time, but if I hadn't read that description of it, I would have said that, because it's very Portal It's very Talos Principle, and it's just charming. The controls are incredible. Like that, it feels just so good. How many boxes do I have total? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 32, 34, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, not to keep dragging it in the mud because it really was beautiful, but Maquette, right? Maquette was... I'm not messing up, the game is lagging, I'm not messing up, there's just like this weird stuttering, I'm not messing up, I fell through the map, I'm not messing up, there's this or that. And like, I'll always take responsibility when my computer is stuttering. I have a pretty decent computer, I built it myself, I think that it's good, but I know that it's not like the perfect machine. I know. But like this, there's stuff happening here. I get that this is just one room, but this is a lot to render, and my computer is doing it beautifully. It can't just always be me. I can't always just blame myself, because that isn't fair to my computer, and it isn't fair to me. This game's running so smoothly, and maybe I get into the next section after I get this button, and if I get this button, which I think I will, maybe I get into the next section and it sucks and it's really laggy. That's fine. I'll take responsibility for the fact that that's what happened, and maybe it's my computer and maybe it's not. See, I pressed the wrong button. Feels good. So I know I pressed the wrong button. I pushed the button. I did it. It felt really good. At one point my top stack fell. Oopsie. And that was scary. I got an achievement for that. I'm very happy. And now I just have these all-seeing eyes. I'm glad she doesn't get mad that I keep shooting her eyes. Oh, there's one there. Oh, I need the big block. Smart. Smart gameplay. I really like that. It's very intuitive. Okay, let's bring it closer. I also like that there's no limit. Like, I can just do this. And then there's the block. I don't have to, like... With Talos Principle, which I will never, I mean, my name is after that, but so I'll never complain. But with Talos Principle, there's limitations on that kind of stuff. There's none of that here. Oh, I see, I see, I see. That's really clever. Beautiful. I think that I'm going to pause here, take a little B-roll, work on my review. This is beautiful. This is incredible. A Divine Guide to Puzzle Solving is an incredible puzzler. It's witty, funny, and it knows when to quit, and when to tell you what to do so that you don't get overly frustrated. The level designs are genius, and the return back to the main hub for some sort of quip by the all-seeing eye god Tobla is really refreshing. In this way, they only have to load one level at a time, but it doesn't feel like that's what's happening. Yet it allows your game to run smoother. There are also plenty of little Easter eggs and secrets to discover. It's just fun. If I only have one critique, and I do, it's that this game is short. It's really short. It's maybe less than 2 hours long if you are good at puzzles, which, as we know, I am not. I wanted more of this world. I wanted more of Tobla and their funny quips and all-seeing God knowledge. I wanted to explore other ideas, places, and secrets. I'm sad that this game ended when it did, but I'm also glad for it because it left a really good taste in my mouth and did not overstay its welcome. The last game I'll be looking at for this video is the demo for Blue Prince. Now this just released. I mean, it didn't just release again, but it just released in terms of me playing it. Blue Prince is a game made by Doggy Bomb and published by Raw Fury. Now, Raw Fury has not, to my knowledge, published a game in this category, so I'm very excited. I love their decisions on who they back, and the projects that they release are always stellar. It seems like Doggy Bomb is new, and this is their first game together, but they claim that they're people who used to make stuff for quote-unquote Netflix, NBC Universal, Magic the Gathering, ABC, and Snickers, so that's pretty impressive. Anyway, let's check it out. Okay, here we are. This is Blue Prince house tour. I'm not really sure if this fits within the diagram of a Myst-Like yet. All I've seen is a very short trailer and then said play demo now, and I jumped on that opportunity because the trailer looked really cool. So we're kind of gonna jump right in. I'm going to do the thing I always do, which is just lower the quality. Even though I have a good computer, I just don't like to take chances with it being glitchy like other games I've played during this video, no matter the quality setting. So I think that it's the game. I want to know if it's the game or if it's for some reason my computer, so let's jump in.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
Ooh.
The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Ooh.
In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
A really good setup to a mystery game. I love that so far. Okay. Is that me? Is that you? A little zoomy. "4 days. Pre-release house tour, humble preview of the full Blue Prince experience. Non-binary flowers. Ayo. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. Ooh. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself. Start fresh each morning. Very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Oh, do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. Ooh, it's a rose red. It's a rose red. I'm excited. Okay. Entrance hall. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Antechamber. Okay. Red rooms, green rooms, hallways, bedrooms, shops. Oh man, I love it. I'm gonna try it over here. Nope, other way. There we go. Nothing should have changed for you, just for me. There is no music, by the way. It's so if you're like, that's just their voice, you're right. I turned down the quality on purpose. Please respect that. That's better. Each time you enter a room, you lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. I have 50 steps. Oh, I love this. I'm getting, what's that called? House, not House on Haunted Hill. That board game. I'm getting that board game vibe. You know the one, and you're probably saying it. I'm getting, Rose Red by Stephen King vibes, the 2002 made-for-TV movie. Oh, I get to draft what I want? Oh, it's very... I love that. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. Yeah, why not? So then, what can I do in each of these rooms? Can I, like, search around? Is there stuff to discover, or is it just me walking through rooms? Let me just check. ER. Use item, room directory. Shift is stroll. Oh, does that make me walk faster? Yes. Okay. Whenever you enter a chapel, lose 1 penny. Parlor for a puzzle piece. Nook. Well, I get to draft this house. I want the parlor. Second wind-up key in this room. It was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it It has been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I've no delusions that my company is a rival to hers on this score. Okay, dude. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love for games and puzzles. I don't know whose accent this is. And I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 white boxes of different colors. Not 3 white boxes, 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. There will be one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. There's no reason for there to be another wind-up key if only one of the boxes has stuff in it, so I'm going to assume that that's not true. Which means that that's not true. Okay, I think that I did that right. Let's go into the den. That is not the time in real life. Okay, that's good to know. Cannot interact with that. I cannot interact with that. I'll take that. I think that's everything in this room. I'm gonna go... I keep going left. I like left. I'm gonna go right. Oh, I can just like keep getting more steps, maybe. I just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I can't keep doing these weird accents. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. Okay, that's important. It was always well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules or point values to play your variation. Interesting. Ivory dice. While drafting, you may use the roll to roll new floor plans. Nice. And this is outside. Very pretty. And this is a dead end. So now we get to turn around and go left. Let's do a nook. As you continue in your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations, a pad, scrap of paper, or a journal. Invaluable tool, not regret having beside you on your journey. Oh, like in real life? I like that idea. I'll just memorize it for now. this is bricked off. That's interesting. Luckily, we have other options, so let us go back. Whenever I enter the room, I get 2 steps? That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Gem requirement. Well, I have 2 gems. Let's go that way. Do I have money? I don't. I opened that. I'm not gonna go that way yet because I don't want to spend the gem to get it. Oh, I already spent the gem to draft it. Okay. Got it. You got it. You got it, dude. So if I'm understanding this, right, that would be blocked off if I had a door there. Broken lever. A key. Oh, I thought there was another way. Coin. Nice. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Interesting. Okay. Terminal password starts with an S. It's probably Sinclair. Corridor. A pantry, that's what I needed. Nice. I am golden right now. I'm terrified though, because I am running out of free doors, and I don't want to, like, I want to use the utility closet. Fine. It's okay. I don't know what any of that does, but we have a breaker box now. Uh-oh. I did myself a dirty, didn't I? This is really interesting, so you have to be careful how you draft rooms, or you double back on yourself and you make it impossible to progress forward. I don't think there's anything that I can do from here to move forward because I've stopped myself. Oh, I love this. Okay. There's no point in spending the coins if I am now trapped. But I could get a salt shaker. That's good to know. Alright. Well. I'm going to finish this day here. I'm going to do a little bit more exploring on my own, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. Honestly, this feels really good. I'm really proud of this because, and this is way after, by the way, this is many, I just kept playing the game, but, I got to day 4, which is the last day that you have a chance to get through the house, and, I made it into the antechamber, which is the technical room before the last room of the game, but the 46th room, the thing that we're searching for. I didn't have a way into the 46th room, but my build was good enough that I got it. I got to the antechamber, and then I found this. Anyway, I'm just very happy. It felt very good to get here. And if I press E, I think it'll... Yeah. As the house tour concluded, Simon strode out with a newfound fire in his step. He felt more confident and less afraid of the once daunting task his great-uncle had set before him. He was thankful that he now had some time to collect his thoughts and strategize, as he had a feeling Mount Holly would soon be making new plans of her own. I get a feeling that in this demo, I'm just so excited for this full game. I think that there is going to be actual characters, because it kept mentioning staff, and we didn't see any of that in this demo. There were a bunch of rooms that we didn't see. I really feel like there's a lot that this is hiding, and it's very exciting. I wish that I could show you my room layout, not to spoil things, but just because of, like, I have this feeling that you have to be able to unlock 45 rooms without messing up and drafting a room that doesn't have a way into a blocked off, because if you do that, I think you've stopped yourself completely. And I had it. I was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All of those were complete. I had a locked door right here, and I had to walk all the way back through the house because I had unlocked the antechamber at the top. And just through the magic, I didn't have it recording, or I would show you. I didn't think it was going to throw me out. I unlocked a very secret room. I won't say any more than that since I can't show you anyway. And in unlocking that room, I was able to solve a puzzle and open the antechamber, which is where I started recording. And it just felt very good to build up to that room, because it was a fluke. It was a fluke that I built to the antechamber. It was locked, and I said, okay, I probably won't unlock it, and then I unlocked it. So this game is great. It's very balanced. The one critique that I saw in one of the reviews that I have to agree with is field of vision makes me very ill. I probably mentioned at the beginning of this video that these kind of games actually make me very, very sick. I do it because I just love the game. I love puzzle games. I love first-person walking tour puzzle games. What Remains of Edith Finch is incredible. Finch. Obviously, The Witness is incredible. Like, these types of games, I'm gonna play Gone Home pretty soon for the first time. Like, probably not for this video, but in general, it might be in another video, don't mind me if it is. But point being, thanks for watching this and listening to me ramble about how much I love puzzle games. It's so incredible, the kinds of worlds that can be built just using the imagination of this is a house and you are building out the house and it changes every day. It's gorgeous. It makes me giddy like a child. I have a childlike sense of wonder for this type of game. It's why I like Betrayal. It's why I like, I don't know, deck builders and roguelites and roguelikes. It's because I can make builds. This is a roguelike. It is. It just is. And that's so cool. This game is unlike anything I've ever played. I might be saying that a lot this video because it's true. But this game is very special. I cannot wait for the full game. If you are a dev and you're watching this, the field of vision thing, even if, I don't know, Talos Principle did this and I don't think it ruined the game at all. They made a third person over the shoulder viewpoint. That didn't take me out and in fact made it very easy for me to play the game for long stretches of time. I wish every game did that. I wish that you would do that because the character doesn't hold anything. And we do see him in cutscenes. We know who we're playing as. I don't think it would take me as the player out of the game to have a third person perspective over the shoulder or behind. Yes, you'd have to animate a walking cycle, but I feel like there's going to be other characters in this game. And if that's the case, that's not going to be an issue for the developers. So if you are a developer and you're listening, you're watching, this is an incredible game. Thank you. I already have it wishlisted or I would click that. But if you are not a developer and you know them, I'll let them know how much I love this. And I will see you all in the conclusion of the video. If you were to ask me what the thing that I loved the most about Blue Prince was, I would be just as shocked as you to say that it was the attention to detail. If you open up a terrace and it's on the left side of the map, it would exist on the left side of the house. There is a sense to the madness. There was a corridor in the front of the house, and it loaded with windows facing the front of the house. These small but important moments are really where this game shines. Also, there's a mystery here. Not necessarily horror or scary at all, at least not yet, but just draped within odd phrases. For instance, there's a moment where I found a book called The Red Prince, all about a prince who only likes the color red, and then at the end of the book, it's like, he's the one reading this book. Odd, since the game is titled Blueprints. Color has to be important here, but I'm not sure why yet or how. Separately, I got lucky and I unlocked a safe only to have there be a gem and a letter in red all about the king, like this person acting like a king, denying the existence of his niece. And who is the niece, you might ask? The person that wrote the Red Prince book. And who is she? Well, she's important to the story, and we will come to find out who she is eventually. I'm sure of it. This game has me fascinated. It's resource management and room creation, like Betrayal at House on the Hill. But instead of this impending threat of monsters or triggering an apocalypse, it's, will I come across a room with 2 locked doors and I have no keys and have to end my day? Will I run out of steps? It's roguelike in that each day is a fresh start, but you also begin to understand how the rooms work together. If I make a terrace, all green or outside colored rooms stop costing gems for the rest of that day. If I make a nursery, then every bedroom type room that I draft gives me extra steps. This is the kind of game that I thrive in. I love games like this because if I mess up, if I get locked out of further progression, or if I run out of steps, it's because I didn't draft carefully. There's still a sense of RNG, but it's ultimately me making the best decisions that I can, given what I have to work with. Can I make it to the antechamber, having unlocked every other room, and potentially enter the 46th room and inherit the estate as my uncle wants me to? This game is incredible, and only a small demo. You would think this was the full game. If they had released this as the full game, I would not have known differently. I'm so invested, and I'm so excited to see where this goes next. It ran like a dream, and it didn't make me feel super sick. 10 out of 10, puzzle exploration Myst-like. So, if you've reached the end of this video, thank you for watching. Sincerely, this is a little passion project I've had the idea for since watching Iron Pineapple and saying, I want this for Myst-Likes. I want this for first-person puzzle narrations. If you have any Myst-Likes that you're pacing around aimlessly, waiting for me to uncover, let me know in the comments. I have a pretty long ongoing list, and I will get to them. There will be more of this series, whether or not anyone wants it, but I'm always searching for more. I'm your Witless Principle, and I'll catch you in the next puzzle.